meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Okay, where were we? Alright guys, so today we're gonna of course continue on to building the base. We got a lot of glass areas put in. The glass areas are put in. We also need to be wary of the reinforcement. We're also gonna need lead, which is no problem because I can find a lot of lead in the crash zone. I know it like litters everywhere along the map and the crash zone. Oh, keep forgetting my joysticks come off. Look. Don't worry. Noink. Bam. Can adjust my joysticks. I can either have the ones I got now. I can either have like I can even put on the old classic PS3 era rounded mushroom joysticks.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
We need 9 ingots. Ingot. Nine ingot. No, we need 18. We need 18 ingot. We need 18 ingot. Ingot we trust. Okay, I'll stop. I'm cringy. Seven. Why would you make the ingots round? That's not a bar. That's a cylinder. Wanna know how I know that? Because I can geometry.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Just gotta wait for a little bit. Let the audience trickle in. I'm watching a compilation of streamers begging for money, subs, and free stuff for 15 minutes.
I'm nothing without my following. I'm nothing.
Man, I really want money from streaming. I have a passion for it, guys, but I also still want money, and I don't think I can ever get this like this.
Everybody that's been reporting me, think twice.
Really, this woman's called Amanda Kearney?
I make all of my money online. All of it.
I've never heard of this person before.
And I don't want to lose that. And I know people like to see me beat down and be like them and be like the 90%ers, the people that work 9 to 5. That is not me. I am in LA to not be like that.
Well, that explains a few things. No wonder you're begging. You live in LA. American internet personality. For her Vine profile, she had 4 million followers.
Alright guys, stay focused. We're getting distracted with numbers here. 500 subs. We gotta get to 500 subs. It's the only way I'm committing to a stream schedule. We're at 197. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
I'm sorry, but if you stream...
Please give me fucking money.
Oh goodness, it's this person. Now, I've already talked about this person.
I wish I could, but I'm so poor. But thank you for streaming for us, even though
Because
some
you're
of us are poor bones. What
streaming.
happened to all my pay pigs? I'm on a pay pig drought right now. What the fuck?
Well, you're not gonna believe this, guys, okay? But maybe people don't like donating to people that call you poor. Like, let's say I start begging you. Whoever just joined my chat, I want you to imagine I beg you and I call you an idiot. Are you donating to me? No, because I called you an idiot. You don't like to donate to rude people, and that's entirely acceptable. Like, shocker, guys. I know this is a shocker. Try not to be shocked. People don't donate to people who call them poor. If you call me a freaking money pig, whatever you're calling them, yeah, you can. My money, It's staying with me.
Brian Neville sheds a tear. What do you want from me, chat? What can I need to
Capitalism
possibly do
versus
to make sure that
socialism.
this stream doesn't
You know that
die
stream's
because I can't
interesting.
afford to keep it going anymore?
Speaking of people not talking about things, are you getting this coverage anywhere else? Okay, there is no other major outlet doing coverage from a progressive perspective. Please support that, make that happen. You can always be a member at tyt.com/join. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can hit the join button for $1.99. You support the show, and we know because you've got the emojis and the badges. But at $4.99, you get all of our extra coverage, including tonight. At the end, we always have extra coverage for members. $9.99, you get all of our videos, all exclusive videos. And then, guys, we're doing a drive now. tyt.com/go. We'll show you the thermometer on that in a second.
1, 2, 3,
I mean,
4,
I would love
5,
to get halfway there
6,
tonight. I
7,
believe we can do
8,
it. I know that's crazy
9,
to say
10,
halfway, meaning 200,000 for the
12.
month. I think we can get to 100,000 tonight. We wouldn't ask if we didn't need it. We got to sustain this coverage.
We need more.
tyt.com/go to make that happen. There you can donate as much as you want.
My God.
We appreciate it.
Just make it last a minute and stop begging.
How much money you make or how much money you have. That's really the thing. Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it costs $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5 at maximum.
It's funny how she's saying, oh, $5 isn't a whole lot of money. Okay, so if $5 isn't a whole lot of money, I guess you won't mind me just not giving you that much money.
$10, truly.
Bam.
If you
Point
don't have
countered.
$10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying
That's
to
ironic.
It's not a ton,
You should be
it's not a
working.
ton of
Guess
money.
what?
So being like, I'm broke, I can't.
Guess what, my friend? If you're on Twitch all day and you're not making money, you're not gonna believe what I'm about to say. Get a job. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying that as advice. If you are not making enough money on streaming, get a job. I don't make money on streaming, so guess what? I have a job. That way, I don't stay broke all the time. That way I can actually pay my car payment off every month. You know? That guy got Karai, I think. Isn't Mira's whole mods not do anything? But yeah, dude, like, if you join streaming and expect to make a lot of money, and you're not one of these really big creators, I'm talking like Moist Critical, Tim the Tatman, Ninja, all these guys, you're kind of delusional, okay? Because streaming is very hard to make money on, alright? I've been streaming for 5 years. I have not made 1 penny from things that I've done. And whatever, I don't mind. If I got money, that would be really cool. I'm just saying, accepting money like that is just kind of selfish. It shows a level of entitlement that is just not fun to deal with. Oh, lithium. Like, when I see someone begging for money, I just don't.
Or to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment.
Hey, friend, guess what, buddy? I make $200 a week, and although there's a lot of people on this stream, that sounds like a lot of money. Realistically, it's not, okay? That's roughly $10,000 a year. You know, he's saying, oh, I make minimum wage. I make $13 an hour. That is nothing, okay? I already have a small amount of money, okay? I can't just go around throwing money at everything I see. I have to be careful, okay? And $5 isn't a lot, but look, you know, hello. Like, $5 isn't a lot, but to me, it's a decent amount of money, right? Okay, it's like, but for you to be complaining and begging, like, And you're notorious for doing this. I'm talking about this one streamer. I don't know what they're called. Stay in Gamer. Like, she's notorious for doing this. She'll beg and she will call you names for not donating money to her. Nobody wants to donate money to someone who's rude, self-entitled, and self-centered. Okay? What she is in a kind way, she is rude, self-entitled, and centered. She does not care about anybody else. She only cares about money. And if you want to care about money, go ahead. But at least care about other people. Nice. I'm in the dunes. Angled. Hell yeah. Dude, this one guy at my work, after I was off shift, this guy's like, "Hey buddy, how's it going?" I'm like, "I'm doing pretty good," while I was casually watching freaking Doom videos. That is so ironic. It's like, "Hey buddy, how's it going?" I'm like, "I'm just watching Doom." Man, if only he knew. Oh man. $85 and I can buy every single game. But I hope maybe they can actually get off sale. Or on sale. I mean, Doom Eternal's $40 right now, standard edition. Not bad. Man. I mean, $80 is like a AAA game nowadays, basically $70, $80. For Doom, all of Dooms to cost $85 is just crazy to me. Oops. We're not talking about that. Anyway, donk. Let's keep going with this compilation. Influencers begging for money, subs, and free stuff for 13 minutes.
If I want to go see a movie, but I can't afford to pay for the ticket, I mean, you can just download it. You don't have to sub. You can just watch without supporting it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But if you If you can't afford to go see the movie in theaters, then you can't afford to go see the movie in theaters. It costs the same even if you're paying in a different currency. Oh. I'm unemployed, so basically all my money goes to bills and food, or I would support you.
Oh, my dumbass.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have something docked in there. Yep, I'm dumb. Sorry, chat. My brain function hasn't turned on completely for the day.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Huh. It's $5. It's really, like, you're never...
If it's $5, why are you making such a big deal out of it?
Or so
I mean, you're saying $5 isn't a lot of money, so you shouldn't be worrying about it, right?
I don't believe that.
Just
half
saying,
of
man.
the fucking viewership is all suffering from crippling financial issues while also having hours upon hours every single day of time that they can spend watching Twitch.
Time does not equal money.
Your financial issues are so horrific that you have hours and hours every day to watch Twitch, yet you don't have $5 to spare for an entire month. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I really, truly don't believe it.
Yeah, so by the way, again, must I introduce you to this? So, lady, my name is Ray Sabbath. I make minimum wage. I don't have a lot of money to be tossing around. Even though, you know, it says, oh look, you have a PlayStation, that was gifted to me. I have internet that's paid by my parents, it's not paid by me. Okay? I don't have a ton of money. I'm not, like, dirt poor. I'm not filthy rich at all, right? You know what? I'd piss her off because I actually collect money that I don't spend because, you know, I collect it. I would not make her happy. And I wouldn't care. That is a lot of plasteel. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we actually have too much plasteel, but who cares? Plasteel is a good material to have a lot of in this game.
That's why they have financial issues. Honestly, they need to reevaluate something.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, it sounds like from your perspective, you're having financial issues.
I'm trying
Ooh,
to
it's Wings of Redemption.
if at all possible. Good on, guys.
I've seen some
There must be so
evil
much crimes out there,
parts
right?
of some streamers where they'll literally beg for money and then they'll gamble it away. Like, what's that guy's name?
I've lost 180 subscribers this month. Alright, this is gonna be the last game because our viewers are dropping and I'm not really making any money, so like
This game is absolute
I'm probably just gonna go take a nap or something after this. Whenever we get this
Shocker, shocker, you don't really get rich after playing, after streaming.
I streamed 8 hours the other day. In like 7 hours I made no money. I'm not doing that again.
I streamed for 5 years and I've made no money. What are you talking about?
So like the longer you stream, the less money you make. Nah, I'm not.
This honestly makes me mad when I see this mentality. I get so pissed when I see this mentality of people literally complaining about, oh, I don't get money. Oh my gosh, I don't get money. Buddy, I haven't gotten a cent. And again, I've almost streamed for 5.5 years. Let me correct myself. 5.5 years. Not a single cent. You hear me complain about it? No. Oh my gosh. Damn it.
No, we're not playing God of War. The only way I play God of War is somebody donates $1,000 today. It's the only time I'll touch it for like an hour.
Was it flawless though?
$1,000 for an hour of God of War? Hell no, man. That is easy scam.
Alright guys, that's gonna be the stream for today. Big ups to
J-Rock for $15 in donations.
Instagram couple Kat and Elena, another beautiful day official, have been the subject of controversy recently as they have started up a GoFundMe in order to fund what is essentially a holiday. We could write a long text about mental health or global warming. We could tell you about following your dreams or how important stepping out of your comfort zone is. We could tell you how beautiful traveling is and its benefits, or the fact that news don't match reality. But we're going to show you less talking, more action. Starting on the 20th of July in the middle of Germany, on a tandem, me and Eli will cycle towards Africa and hopefully beyond. We want to take you all on this huge adventure, a celebration of life as we ride freely across mountains, by the sea, and through metropolitans. We will show the
Damn, we have 100 reinforcements points, and now we're down to 40. These rooms reduce a lot.
We cannot do this on our own. We need you. The funds we raise will go towards the bike and gear, food and accommodation when needed, internet and SIM cards in every country to keep you up to date. Insurance, emergencies, we need funds now for preparation as well as throughout our trek. Every dollar, every message, every couch or garden for our tent, any help you can offer will help us go further. We hope you all enjoy and learn with us. Together we can make a difference. Another beautiful day with love.
Well, the only difference you're gonna make is in my bank account if I donate to you.
117 euros of their 10,000 euro.
That's roughly like $1. Probably roughly 12,000.
As you might know or you may not know, hi, my name is Ellie and I work as a social media influencer. That's how I make my money. That's how I live my life. It's the world.
I'm sorry, but you are kind of, you know, deluded. I'm not trying to be rude about this, but you're kind of deluded if you work as a quote-unquote social media influencer and you think you're gonna make money. Like, actually. Like, I don't know what to say. I really don't. Because it's like, dude, do you really expect, if you got paid, oh, hello. Like, actually, I genuinely don't get it. You're getting paid to talk. Oh, pretty good. Thanks for asking. I was able to get out very quickly because, what's it called? Because, we weren't swarmed. Yeah, thanks for asking, though. That was really nice. And by the way, guys, $5 a month. Like, how do you have all this time to be watching me and not donate $5 a month? $5. I'm joking. I'm making fun of someone who is begging for $5 and calling people poor if they don't donate $5, even though she doesn't know anybody's financial situations. I'm just saying. Come on, bro. Like, how does she know? She doesn't know if I'm in a desperate situation where I need money. Yeah, thanks. Not one sub. But not one sub in 1 hour. I haven't made $5 in 1 hour. Boo-hoo. I am gonna complain because I have nothing better to do with my life. Oh my god. Got a little scared there. I'm about to say, did I lose my Cyclops? No, I didn't. I feel like you have to be inside the Cyclops for it to actually charge. Like, you know what? Yeah, I have grown a little bit, I guess. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to ask. Like, if I'm gonna say, you know, for example, how I say it's like, hey, if you guys want to donate, I guess do it, you know? I'm not gonna force you. You guys who are watching this, you don't have to sub. Alright? You know? And I don't beg people for liking a video, because here's a problem about liking videos: it saves them, and I only like videos to save them. I know there's a save feature. I know, I'm not old, I'm young, but I just, yeah, I wish there, I don't know, let's say I wish there was a way to separate likes. There is, I'm just too lazy to use it. We're starting to tap into our titanium supply. So guys, did you know if you had 2 aquariums in a large room, you can stack one to make a triangle? Kind of. I might show you later in the stream when I build it, but dude, I didn't know that existed, but you can do it. I know you can stack aquariums, I just didn't know you could stack an aquarium slanted. And it's so weird, but so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna trap leviathans, and then about 5 months are gonna go by where I don't do anything because I get bored and I switch to another game. But I'll try. I'll definitely give it a try.
All systems online.
We're doing more. I mean, hey, you know the series is gonna be good when on the first episode you got a Seamoth and a Cyclops. I wonder how much popularity I could bring to my streams if I incorporated all 5 Doom games. That would not be a bad idea. I mean, it's a very popular franchise, so hey, I'm hopping on that bandwagon, damn it. Can you blame me? No. It's really starting to come together. Back then, they actually didn't, the legs didn't connect to the ground because of, you know, that's how precursor structures worked. But now they do. Seriously? Now, by the way, I need to differentiate something real quick. There's actually an Abbott agency, like, styling company. By the way, if you ever see me, I don't know, honestly. If I had to put my money on it, probably Oliver. Definitely Oliver. I don't do Twitter. That's because I don't want to associate with cancer. Like, I'm like, yeah, I do not, I think, let me be honest with you. Pretty sure Chernobyl is less toxic than Twitter. Like, I genuinely don't know, I don't do Twitter. The only 2 platforms are my Instagram, which I post pictures on, and my coin pictures on, and YouTube. So hey, I got one platform for videos, that one for pictures. That's all I need. That is all I need, my friends. You know what I might do? I might circle this all in reinforcements. I might just put like a dome on the top. Now, last night we got one-shotted by this thing. I don't know how, but I know they one-shot when they bite you, but I didn't think they'd one-shot if they just, you know, shoot meteors at you. I don't know why that happened. Oh, there's a gnat. I swear, if this gnat is annoying, I'm gonna absolutely ass blast it to Kingdom Come. You know, I'm gonna do a smart thing. Give me a second. Actually, I'm gonna do it in here. I could do that, but I'd rather do something better with my resources. I'm sorry. I don't... Yeah, if you wanted to do that, the best way to do that is to go into the mountain entrance. Honestly, I could somewhat do it. It's just the amount of time, and plus, you know... The problem is that I would do it, but it's just faster to use a submarine and get down. However, better challenge, a much more fun challenge, is building a void elevator, which I have thought about doing. Maybe. We already know that if you want data, folks, the Aurora has at least 866 pieces of scrap. I know this because I have been tallying the amount of scrap I keep pulling out of the Aurora's crash zone. It's actually starting to come together. I thought it would take months to do this, but no. The biggest pain is actually, I think honestly, the biggest pain of this project is having a limited inventory. You know what, chat? I'm gonna do something smart, okay? I know how to make reinforcements. They're only like, you know, they're only, you know, 1 lithium and 3 titanium. I'm actually gonna include that. That way I know how much lithium and titanium materials we got. Like, that's good. I just now see that I don't have any lithium. The good thing about tubes is that they are round. And round objects in water are very good at dealing with pressure, because the weight is equally distributed across the structure. I might have to... Yeah, we need to destroy this. Here's why. I hope you're not saying anything bad in my chat. This gnat is getting in me. This gnat is getting in my way. Chat, I'm gonna blast its ass. I swear, I can't. I hate gnats. They're annoying. They really are. Oh, you're Russian. Cool. I actually was trying to learn Russian for a limited time and I gave up. I'm not good at it. Oh, Bulgarian. Not surprised. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's probably Russian because if I'm not wrong, I think Bulgaria may have been Soviet. I might be confusing it with the Baltic states, but I know Soviet Union is concerned with Russia along with either 12 or 13 other. Romania. Yep. It's both. I think Romania was Soviet. Huh. I don't know. I don't think it was. Don't let Russia fool you. They may have a lot of land, but a lot of it is just borderline useless. The reason is because it's all cold, desolate wasteland. I'm gonna need to get a lot of stalker teeth. Which is obviously gonna be a pain. I would rather go to the dentist. No, there's titanium located on my prawn. Which the prawn is located. Ow. Usually there's a bunch of lithium around these like, little vents. Hmm. There it is. I will take that gladly. Oh, hello. No, I have my defense module, so I shouldn't really be close to him. Look at the size of that chunker. Magnetite, I will gladly take that. Those are two materials to hoard, especially with magnetite. Man, you pick every last piece of it you can find up, if you can. No. Wait, what? No way. No way. What? Damn, I actually never thought about that. I have never thought about that before. That's my chair. That's my chair. I'm like, what? Mike, are you trolling? That's my chair. Oh, ow.
Captain, all systems online.
Power status. Why are you still 36%? You should have taken an hour to charge. That was genuinely hilarious. Absolute LOL right there. We do have a bunch of teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but we're gonna need a lot more. That's gonna be such a pain to grind for. Stalker teeth. I hate grinding for stalker teeth. It is the most tedious chore you can do in this game. Ooh, nice. Hello, guys. How's it going? Hey, it's this guy again. Let's go. Then watch this. This guy, he'll come over, he'll hang out. Hello, Dr. Tracing. And then this guy, Dinov, he's gonna disappear for about 2.5 months, and then he's gonna go in my chat and say, balls. Your first what?
All systems online.
Wait, no way. Have you been hearing about me talking about Doom? Is that why you said that? Because if you didn't, that's ironic. Because I'm actually planning on playing all 5 Doom games. 1, 2, 3, 64. Actually, no, there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 64, Doom, 16, and Doom Eternal. Nice. Feel free to sub, guys. We are trying to get to what was it? 350 subs? Hopefully we can do that. Ooh. I have no space. Ultimate Doom? Wait a second. I think I may have heard about that. I'm not a Doom person. Yet. But isn't that like one of the hardest things to do? Where? What? Am I stupid? Or did I have 4 pieces of magnetite? Where'd it go? Usually it goes right through the platform. Did it actually land on the platform? Oh, what? It's still falling. And... quick. Quake. Okay, I've not played Quake. I don't know a whole lot about Quake. All I know is it's one of the most famous games ever. And, fun fact, if I'm not wrong about Quake, I'm pretty sure Notch, yes, the developer of Minecraft, battled a bunch of people that were from, you know, MinecraftForFree.net or something to battle for, you know, Minecraft, right? Like, Notch challenged these guys and said, hey, if you beat me on Quake, I will not sue you for MinecraftForFree.com or something like that. Pretty interesting, weird stuff. Oh, look. I'm gonna have to come back very quickly. I can only afford 2 reinforcements. I know how to make reinforcements in that multi-purpose room. I actually have that up there to show how much resources I got. Honestly, yeah. Their ECS said some questionable things. But like him or not, you gotta genuinely give him credit. I mean, he built one of the most successful video games of all time. Not like of the past few years, but just all time. I mean, Minecraft is the biggest selling game in history. It outcompetes virtually everything. Yeah, it gets wild. We're building a massive base, so we're not going to have that many thermal units. An estimated only 200 are planned. Nah, you know the drill. Slap on some more reinforcements. Dude, these sonic deterrents do not seem to like to help. Let's just place some reinforcements here. Yeah, put those on the back. Oh, there's a sea dragon. He's somewhere. He's probably in the front of the chamber. I actually have not killed one Leviathan in this gameplay. Yep, there he is. Where'd he go? Oh no. I don't want to find him. Again, the biggest pain of this project is transporting materials and building, of course. And another biggest pain is balancing all of the, yeah, Quake is literally very famous. That's why I know about it. And it's got a long and rich history in the gaming industry. I feel like if you invest your time into video games, and you don't even have to play it. Oh yeah, I know about, yeah, it's multiplayer. You don't even have to like play it, and if you know a fair bit about video games, you know about Quake. It's just that popular. I want to be careful where I put those, actually, I might just still allow, the multi-purpose room is perfect. I can actually put nuclear reactors. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's my question. Lithium just sits there, man. I've actually watched my chemistry teacher shove lithium into water, and it will light up on fire. As if it's lithium metal. If it's impure lithium, it won't do it. Lithium metal can be cut with a butter knife. It's very soft. But, oh, 8 people. Do I need to do these streams? You guys like Subnautica? I mean, obviously, because it seems to be getting most views. Honestly, yeah. Feel free to sub. I'm gonna be playing Subnautica for a bit until I switch to the next game. Honestly, it's good to hear. I need feedback like that. Honestly, chat, don't tell me anything about Below Zero. I haven't completed it yet, please, okay? But do you prefer this game over Below Zero? Because I do. Below Zero is fine. It's not a bad game. I like it. It's just, I think that it could be better. It could be way better, in my opinion. Could have done worse, could have done better, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like it is. Like, there's a few building materials on it that are, like, builds on it that are really, really nice. But yeah. Thinking here. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm building rooms. I want to build more rooms out here because not only... Earth, Atlas, Atlas, Earth. Okay, reinforcements. Slap them here. Alright? Reinforcements, slap reinforcements along here. I'm sorry, I have to keep repeating myself, but chat, that is my favorite sound in this game. Literally when you've had too much Taco Bell. Yeah, this might be the nuclear reactor room. This might be the water purification chambers. No, I like it close. These will have water purifiers. One will have... And those, I actually might make those bioreactors. I don't know. I might just make those like little hubs. Like the multiple chambers up here. Up here. Oh yeah, there's still a bunch. I've recorded myself. I've removed 866 units of scrap with, I estimate, what could be about 400 or 500 left in the Aurora. That's not including the Lost River, the amount of titanium that's in there. That's not from the limestone. That's not from the scrap that's in the forest. So yeah, over I'd say 5,000 titanium could probably be found at the Aurora. Just that. That ship down there has, I'd say, roughly 2,500 titanium left in it. When it arrived here, it had 3,400. I wouldn't be surprised if we fused 1,000 titanium so far. When the base is done, I'll actually do a check and I'll crunch the numbers because I know there's gonna be people that love numbers. They're gonna be like, how much did I actually spend? And I'm actually gonna display. This entire deck up here is filled with titanium. All those are. Absolutely brimming with titanium. Yeah, I'm collecting data for how much scrap is at the Aurora, so that way I can tell other Subnautica players. That way, if they want to do mega projects like this, they have a gauge for what they need to be dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do a mega project, you're going to want to know how much materials you have to work with. There's probably, like, I'd say, if you had to give me money, I'd probably recommend there's probably at least 20,000 titanium in Subnautica. I can't really back that up. That's only an estimate. So take that with a grain of salt. I could technically do a search and I could tell you how much, but that would take like months. Actual months though. Lithium is infinite. Gold is infinite. Copper and silver are infinite because the barnacles on the backs of reef backs. Diamond is also infinite. Ion cells are infinite once you get to the end game. Oops, don't text and drive. Don't ever put your watch.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
See, look, you don't put your Cyclops or your Emoth all the way up there because it will actually damage it. It's a bug. I don't know why it does that. Well, I know why. Subnautica. That's just Subnautica. Can I please get up here? Thank you. Thank you. It's annoying. I have to walk all the way around. It's a pain in the ass to obtain. I literally went on one stream. I know maybe I went too far on it, but I actually was going to the Lost River, and I could barely even find my copper. Dead ass, man. It's annoying. It's not hard to find. It's like, it feels annoying because like you either have to break barnacles or you have to break limestone. And if here's the problem, like, right, I could go get lithium from like all the shale outcroppings, but I get diamond, and I don't need diamond. Diamond is barely used. I don't want to have to store it. I don't want to also have to go dump it.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah. Alright. Honestly, I have a good idea. What if you built your base in the intersection where the sea dragon skeleton is? That's a good spot. You have a one-shot stop to the mountains, Grand Reef, Blood Kelp Zone, and Blood Kelp Trench, and then you also can go down to the inactive lava zone. Actually, pretty good idea. And if you are experienced with building, you could definitely build some choke points where you can actually prevent the leviathans from going through, but then allow you to enter.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Nope. I'm a vamoose. You drink the water. Oh. Don't worry, guys. I have like 60 medkits and counting. I'd rather return to my sub over here. That way I can actually go get some more loot. I'll watch a video I have. Well, I wanted to watch for a while. The biology of Subnautica. I love that. I want to watch this video. It's perfect. I mean, I'm playing Subnautica. Why not watch the video about the biology of Subnautica? You know what I mean? I think that'd be fun. I took a biology class in college and high school.
The vast oceans of the video game Subnautica and its sequel Below Zero teem with incredible life. Some friendly and some deadly. While the series is focused on survival, the life forms of Subnautica are amazing.
Mary, this is a guy called Curious Archive. Go check him out.
Possessing fascinating biology, bizarre behavioral patterns, and hidden mysteries. I've explored the various creatures of the series before on my channel, and in this special compilation episode, you can get the full documentary-style experience in one video. From the sunlit shallows to the deepest abyss, we'll explore the biology
Sea
behind
monkey.
these puzzling aliens.
Annoying but funny.
And discover the role they play in their larger ecosystems.
It's fun in games till they go up to you and steal you. toy
and
or
see what awaits us
whatever
under
you're
the
working with, a
surface.
tool, and they just run away with it.
Beginning in the safety of shallow, warm waters, we find that stable conditions have led to a region crowded with varied life. One of the first life forms we can spot are the peepers, or rather, they spot us with their enormous dinner plate-like eyes. These easily identifiable creatures have evolved visual sensors capable of discerning colors not just in clear waters, but in a variety of lighting conditions. This, combined with their surprising speed, means that despite being herbivores, peepers aren't at the bottom of the food chain.
Their beaks suggest that they probably eat coral and have sharp teeth or beaks that break it down.
Looking Garyfish. Docile herbivores that are remarkably slow, the Garyfish makes easy prey for most anything else in these shallow waters. All ecosystems, including the oceans of Earth, need something at the bottom of the food chain after all. Other common herbivores
Bladderfish.
4546b include the bladderfish.
I think when they actually take in water to inflate their bladders, they also use that to absorb nutrients. Magma ray.
Horizontally symmetrical oddity that possesses a mouthful of sharp teeth to break down coral.
Yep, coral.
On the subject of
Coral tubes.
the landscape of the safe shallows is dominated by one particularly unusual life form. These gargantuan tubes are large enough to swim through, and despite appearances, are very much alive. Aptly named giant coral tubes, they don't look much like the coral we know on Earth. These tubes have evolved to filter nutrients that flow through their center, and judging by their size and abundance, it's a strategy that has been quite successful.
I like coral
Lighting
tubes.
near the tubes is the elegant rabbit ray, the first of many ray species we may encounter. The undulating
They have
motion
poisonous
the rabbit
flesh.
ray uses to swim through the deep seas is analogous to the underwater movements of various types of earth
He's
rays.
like, yes.
But it's not the movement of the rabbit ray
So
that
you go
gives
off
it its
to
curious
purified
name.
large water.
Instead, the rabbit
Or
ray
I
goes
just I
diving
take a
features
ton
are its
of
twin allergic
lantern
appendages
fruits.
that help it sense vibrations. These ear-like structures resemble the ears of rabbits, and so the aquatic rabbit ray shares a name with an otherwise dissimilar terrestrial herbivore. Beneath the shallow's twisted network of underwater caves. While exploring one as I was gathering this footage, I heard a strange noise.
Crash fish.
And then a fish exploded in my face. That short-lived creature was a crash fish, an evolutionary oddity that is difficult to study due to its highly frustrating habit of exploding when anything gets close. While an animal exploding to defend its territory might seem too outlandish to evolve, there's a model of such behavior on our own planet. Though uncommon, certain species of ants have been observed erupting into goo to block tunnels when their nest is
What the hell?
Truly, nature is highly unusual, no matter the planet. Elsewhere in the caves, the far less bothersome shuttlebugs drift near the stone walls.
They're kinda not smart, the
Are
shuttlebugs
challenging
are.
creatures to make sense of, with 3 legs and 3 mandibles that have evolved into fin-like tentacles. Despite looking slightly unsettling, analysis suggests shuttlebugs are too small to be a threat to most organisms, and have instead adapted to feed on the waste products of the ecosystem around them. Leaving the caves, you'll see
That
the
is
first
a
large species waiting for us,
gasopod.
the gasopods. These rotund, leathery beasts resemble Earth manatees, yet have a curious defense that is all their own. Although in no way hostile, when threatened, gasopods will nonetheless release a deadly cloud of underwater mist, which I can't recommend ingesting. Chemical analysis of gasopods tells us the poisonous compound comes from the bulbous appendage at the end of their tail. Since gasopods are social creatures, it's even possible they use these clouds to communicate with one another. But while the gasopods are the largest creatures in the safe shallows, they're barely the tip of the proverbial iceberg when it comes to Planet 4546b. Venturing into the vast kelp forest will find a radically different environment.
Game Theory Stalker video. I love it. I remember I was actually watching it. Off topic, guys. I was watching that video, and while I was operating a what's it called? While I was operating a Cyclops sub, a damn ghost tree spawned right inside of my Cyclops, and it flipped it upside down. I was losing health, and it flipped it upside down.
Here, light is low thanks to the high volume of creepvine plants, creating a hidden ecosystem, just like kelp-heavy regions in Earth's oceans. Here and there, clusters of creepvine seeds cast shadows across the environment
I doubt
with
you
natural
can get.
floodlights. I find myself wondering just what might be hidden among
I doubt
the
they're
swaying
not immune.
fronds. That is a stalker, the largest predator that makes its home in the dense creepvines.
And I love trolling them because I like stealing all their scrap.
A series of dorsal ridges to help them make tight turns, and their long, thin snout is likely adapted
Like
for
an alligator.
fish, as it greatly resembles the effective, slender snouts of real-life gharials. Yet at the edge of the kelp forest, one stalker is behaving rather oddly. This stalker
They
is
pick up
picking
scrap and move
various
it.
pieces of scrap metal with its snout, only to drop them after a short period. This behavior seems to serve no practical purpose, and indeed, the stalkers seem to simply have a fondness for shiny objects. Puzzling as this behavior might seem, however, the barracuda, a predatory earthfish, is also known to be attracted to shiny objects because it's evolved to spot the silvery glint of the fish it prefers
Interesting.
to prey on.
I never knew that.
And when one considers the common prey of the stalker, this attraction to shiny materials makes perfect sense.
I mean, hey, everything is shiny on Subnautica. Everything has bioluminescence.
Schools of fast-moving hoopfish light up the dark with their vibrant coloring. A brief study of hoopfish anatomy reveals they get their name from their antennae, which extends from the top and bottom of
Don't
their
eat the
heads and
antennae.
ends around their tails, forming a hoop. Exactly why these stunning fish possess such intense and varied colors, however, is a mystery. On the subject of mysteries, the last fish of the kelp forest we'll see is quite the enigma. Meet the hoverfish, a peaceful
I
that
love
appears to hover on pads
hoverfish.
at the end of its 6 legs. Using these strange appendages, the hoverfish glides on the undersea currents in a manner quite dissimilar to any other fish on the planet. It's surprising to learn, therefore, that the hoverfish may actually be a distant relative of the nondescript bladderfish, with their legs actually a highly derived form of the bladderfish's primitive vacuole tubing. It's the kind of creature that could only exist in the kelp forest. Just beyond the waving creepvines, the landscape gives way to an alien grassy plateau. Here, the sandy terrain
Sand
is
sharks,
completely carpeted with
spadefish,
bloodgrass, as the sea
reef
floor
backs.
is too dense for creepvines to take hold. And in the open space, even larger life forms are on the prowl. At the edge of the grassy plateau, a strange cloud of sand is
Sand
gathering.
shark.
As we swim closer to the unexpected
They use their top
turbulence,
fin
the creature
to
within
slowly shift the sand out.
flashes out. This is a sand shark, a predator with a distinctive hunting strategy.
And an annoying
The
growl.
sand shark burrows into the sand, then erupts out when unsuspecting prey swims by, ending the chase with a snap from its massive jaws. With segmented body armor and 6 rows of
Let's
fearsome
see,
teeth,
give me a second,
it's
chat. I gotta do some crunching. So basically, I have each one of those platforms will contain 4 thermal plants. It's basically 4 times 12. 48 plants. I have 60 plants. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. I'm planning on building a massive thermal plant array to fuel my base. Hey man, more power, the better. Let's see, hold on. Huh, okay.
Predators are so effective. And alien as their behavior might seem, some sharks on Earth employ a similar strategy in swimming along the sandy floor near the shoreline in search of food, although they of course don't possess the extreme tunneling abilities of the sand shark. A common target of the sand shark's brutal ambushes swims overhead. The spadefish doesn't look like much from most angles, but glimpse one from above and you'll spot its defining feature, a single cyclopsian eye. Closer analysis of the spadefish suggests it feeds on the sea floor, and its single eye allows the spadefish to spot predators above it. Its mottled green coloration...
Yeah, but the problem is it has to go next to the floor, which is where the sand sharks are. No wonder they're such a good food source for sand sharks.
When a spadefish wanders onto the grassy plateaus, however, it is hopelessly exposed. On the far side of the grassy plateau, what appear to be tiny floating islands hang miraculously in the water. Upon closer inspection, these chunks of rock are all supported by colonies of the same curious life form, the floaters. Transparent gelatinous blobs, floaters are at once oddly beautiful and slightly silly looking. Analysis of these creatures revealed there are actually multiple microorganisms living in symbiosis, which we can compare to some deep-sea species of jellyfish. The floater's ability to suspend heavy objects, however,
one of them produces helium.
Mystery.
They also like to lift items to the
floating
oh, that's a Reginald.
A distant relative of the peeper called the Reginald.
Reginald.
The entire back end of these
those things are very good food source. 44 food if you cook them.
Its bright coloration appears to be part of a mating ritual. While it swims, the Reginald filters algae and other plant-like material from the water via 4 gill-like forward-facing orifices. While this is a noteworthy adaptation, something looming behind the Reginald demands our attention. In the abyss beyond the edge of the plateau, the largest organism yet to glimpse calls out through the deep.
Peaceful giants.
This is a reefback, a Leviathan-class organism that exceeds lengths of 220 feet, or 70 meters, and is, thankfully, quite friendly. Swimming closer to these gentle giants, we can see they're unlike any life form we've yet to glimpse. Possessing a thick exoskeleton, their shells have become an oasis.
I think pretty sure it said that the thing that could eat through their shells has long gone extinct, allowing reefbacks to essentially flourish.
And small fish. And nearby this adult is a baby, a much smaller creature.
I love the baby
reefback. Is not
reefbacks.
yet ready to support an ecosystem like its parents. I confess I spent some time just watching these creatures drift in their pods and listening to them call out to each other with complex sounds that suggest a surprising amount of intelligence.
I like reefbacks. Listening to them is so peaceful.
With the sun now getting low, it's time to venture deeper into the abyss and enter the foreboding final biome of the dunes. In this vast, empty expanse, life often flocks near hydrothermal vents. These great fissures on the sea floor release a rich chemical soup into the water, much like those that support life in the depths of Earth's oceans. But it's not life among the vents that concerns me.
Yup, it's the Reaper Leviathan.
A terrifying roar comes from above. A Reaper Leviathan strikes out into the abyss. This aggressive apex predator possesses 4 mandibles at the front of its maw to drag in large prey, and at 180 feet, or 55 meters in length, a hungry Reaper Leviathan can take down almost anything. Analysis of the organism's biology suggests the roar emitted by a Reaper is a form of sonar, meaning if you can hear it, the Reaper can see you. Thankfully, it seems this Reaper isn't hungry. And as I watch the deadly Leviathan vanish into the darkness, I realize I've done enough field work for the day. The sun has now set on 4546b, yet the wonders of this planet continue, as in the low light, various regions of the sea are transformed by stunning displays of bioluminescence.
I love that. A very rare amount of creatures actually don't display bioluminescence. One of them is, of course, the
Suggests there
Reaper.
are many hidden wonders we have yet to see. To the north, beyond the edge of the grassy plateaus, huge mushroom trees grow in abundance. Despite their name and appearance, mushroom trees are actually a particularly long-lived species of coral. In the shade of these ancient giants, a new classification of life is swimming. These are jelly rays, an ethereal ray species with
I
highly
love jelly
translucent
rays.
bodies. In Earth's oceans, translucent life forms are quite common in the lower light depths. The jelly rays are therefore a sign we're getting closer to the deeper and more fantastical regions of 4546b.
Come on, guys.
Beyond the
that.
safety of the mushroom forest, the twilight of the bulb zone awaits. Here, luminescent bulb bushes dominate the landscape and have evolved to grow in this rocky, sandy environment thanks to a highly advanced system of roots. And along the seafloor, raging volcanic geysers launch boiling liquid and chunks of molten rock into the surrounding water. The extreme heat from these geysers charboils any fish that swims too close. An ominous light flickers in the murk. The source
Ampheel.
is an ampheel, a huge serpentine predator covered
Likes to
with
shock its
glowing
prey
prongs
before
that
quickly
produce
devouring
zaps of
it.
electricity. These aggressive creatures use electric discharges to intimidate.
And of course, the reason they're called
other
ampheel is
kill
because
their
one of the
prey
measurements
with a
of electricity
single
is the
deadly
amp.
shock. Such living batteries might seem biologically inexplicable, but the curious electric eel on Earth might help demonstrate how an organic creature could produce an electric field. Electric eels use disc-shaped cells packed into specialized organs to generate their electric currents, as incredible as that might sound. So it's possible that the ampeel's prongs contain similar cells, although the bioelectricity of an ampeel is far more extreme. A series of screeches announces the approach of a legion of bone sharks.
Bone sharks, also known as
Highly aggressive and
sea moth
territorial
killers.
carnivores, it's unlucky to encounter so many at once. Their thickly armored exoskeletons, which give them their names, are adapted not just to deter larger predators, but also other bone sharks. The distinctive segmentation of these exoskeletons suggests bone
Those
sharks
things are
might
so
share
annoying,
a
especially when you have
ancestor
a
with
sea
the
moth.
sand sharks we glimpsed on our last outing. If so, it's a fearsome family tree. While returning to the shadows to prepare for the next leg of my journey, I spot a new type of colorful fish. Something about the way it looks is truly hypnotic, and I want to swim closer, and then it bites my nose. That is a mesmer, a sneaky little creature that looks harmless while its four fins
But
are
then
folded
it
up.
draws you
but
in
unfurled
by
can
using
create hypnotic
hypnosis.
patterns that have evolved to distract prey while it goes in for the kill. Thankfully, it seems I'm a bit too big to be swallowed up, but this is one fish to avoid. With supplies replenished, it's time to venture further into the unknown. Under the seafloor, networks of caves lead
Jelly
deeper
shroom
into
cave.
the uncharted interior of planet 4546b. Some of these caves are massive and contain entire ecosystems of their own. And the Jelly Shroom Cave is one of the most miraculous. Here, among the stalagmites, grow jelly shrooms. Massive, highly luminescent flora which might be distantly related to the tiny acid mushrooms of the shallows. In the purple light of the jelly shrooms shine the biters, small carnivores that stalk.
Yeah, 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 4
The antenna on
equals
their forehead
25.
seems to resemble the
4 thermal plants on each platform. And that comes up to a total of 100. So look at that. See, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 of them on the end. And there we go. We got it. We're gonna need 50 lead. We're gonna need 16 times the detail. We're gonna need 4 times larger than the map of Fallout 4. Yeah.
You see anglerfish's lure at first glance, but the biter's antenna actually serves an entirely different purpose. It contains olfactory organs that help it detect bodily fluids in the water. In other words, the biter can smell its prey anywhere in the cavern. Unless, of course, the biter becomes prey itself. Winding through the cave is an unsettlingly lengthy crab snake, the apex predator of this environment. What makes this predator so deadly is not just its size, but its ability to hide in plain sight. The crab snake has a symbiotic relationship with the local jelly shrooms, using their hollow interior as the perfect lair from which to ambush prey. In behavior and appearance, the crab snake somewhat resembles Earth's bobbit worm, an unattractive predator that also...
I've seen it. Bobbit worms are scary. They'll lurch up after a fish goes over it, and they'll drag the fish down and consume it alive. Those things are brutal. There's a spider.
After many hours navigating the cave system, I surface in a cave that strangely seems lit by daylight. I realize I've stumbled upon something extremely rare for planet 45468,
floating
dry land. This tiny island is the peak of an undersea mountain connected to an aquatic cave system, and it's one of the few places on the planet you can encounter terrestrial life. Scuttling along the beach are cave
stupid-ass crab.
As their name implies, these crab-like creatures have evolved to crawl along the sides of cave walls, which is likely why they were able to adapt to this fleeting landmass relatively quickly. Analysis of their biology suggests they possess a gas exchange membrane to breathe air, instead of fully functional terrestrial lungs. Soaring overhead is a life form that has spent much more time adapting to life above the waves.
Sky ray.
This is a sky ray, an avian creature that has
I like sky rays. Those are cool.
Evolved powered flight. Although its wings give it some resemblance to aquatic ray species, analysis shows no particular genetic link. Instead, the sky ray appears to have split off from the common evolutionary tree much earlier than most other species on the planet, perhaps at a time when dry land was more prevalent. In any case, it seems we've now seen all this island has to offer. Or maybe not. On one end of the island is a tremendous artificial spire. This mysterious monolith appears
that's where I'm at right now.
Advanced extraterrestrials, who, much like myself, came to this planet from afar. But did they come to study the life here like I did, or were their intentions more sinister? In any case, it seems this planet's greatest secret is still waiting to be uncovered. To the south, the seafloor plunges lower than ever before. We have come upon the Grand Reef. Here, orb-like blue plants called anchor pods risk floating off due to their gas-filled membrane, only staying in place due to their net-like root system. And nearby stomp a herd of sea treader leviathans. These vast herbivores...
I love sea treaders. Good source of resources.
The thunderous nature of their rhythmic steps is truly something to experience. Perhaps the most curious thing about these creatures is the fact they have 3 legs, something almost never glimpsed in nature. Analysis suggests their front leg is actually an elongated snout, used to siphon plant material from the sea floor and to maintain balance. As alien as this might seem, there are some species of earth tripod fish with elongated fins that used to similarly stand on the sea floor. Right now, it appears the sea treader leviathans are migrating, so it's best not to disturb them. Beneath the Grand Reef, caverns take us further into the abyss. Here, the intimidating crab squid waits to butcher prey with its 10 limbs.
Yep. Although you think at the top of its head was a brain, it's actually its stomach,
discharge,
which it
has
must
the
feel
properties
regularly.
of an electromagnetic pulse. While they appear to have massive brains, analysis suggests the large organ within their translucent sac is actually their stomach, which the crab squid fill with their bioluminescent prey. As a result, they seem attracted to light sources, convincing me to make a hasty exit from my submarine. This turns out to be a good call, as it drags my sub into the depths. If there are other creatures like the crab squid on the prowl down here, I'm going to need something a little larger. For the next perilous leg of the journey, I'll be piloting a Cyclops submarine, a vehicle that should be able to withstand the crushing depths of the abyss. Below the deep Grand Reef awaits a surreal environment of eerie green fog. This is the Lost River, a region covered in alkaline brine pools, which give the illusion of an underwater stream. Brine pools also exist in Earth's oceans and are extremely toxic due to their high salinity. Best not to get too close.
It literally will like shut the brain down if they get into it.
Haunting ghost rays. Relatives of the jelly rays from the mushroom forest, in these extreme depths, the ghost rays have become almost completely transparent, to the point where you can see the red of their
ghost rays.
organs. Elsewhere in the Lost River, blood crawlers, the spindly relatives of the cave crawlers, stride above the brine on stilt-like legs, rather unsettling forms of life. In the central chamber, something truly horrifying is waiting.
A gargantuan.
This ancient fossil belongs to a colossus far larger than any that currently swims through the seas. Indeed, it's so massive that its ribcage has become part of the Lost River's landscape. We should count ourselves lucky this unknown genus seems to have gone extinct long ago.
Yeah, I agree. But not want to deal with that thing.
Yet still alive are the river prowlers. These aggressive, transparent predators haunt the gravesite of the Leviathan like vengeful ghosts. Even more frightening, their four-head tendrils can lash out when attacking, allowing them to pull in prey. Not the sort of creature you'd like to encounter in the dark.
Yeah, I agree.
But there is a strange beauty to certain regions of the Lost River.
The cove tree.
Under the central chamber, the brine becomes a harmless blue, and ghost rays flock around a massive central tree. This tree appears to be an ancient nesting ground, as it is grown around a giant bioluminescent egg. While the egg itself is beautiful, whatever hatches out of an egg that size might not be. To find the adult form of the huge creature that hatches from this egg, we must venture into the nightmarish darkness of the Dead Zone. Here, at the edge of the habitable region for most fauna, we've found our giants,
adult ghost leviathans.
or they found us. These aggressive monsters are ghost leviathans, and they're a major threat to this expedition. Analysis of their jaws suggests they feed on microscopic life forms that help them reach their massive sizes, although they seem fully capable of feeding on something larger. Time to head back the way we came. The mystery of the giant egg has been solved, but that's not the only strange thing in the Lost River. These ruins of a massive
disease research facility
resemble the one on the island. The structure is guarded by these life forms, the Warpers.
Warpers
possess a mind-bending ability.
They're biomechanical creations.
They can somehow fold space-time and vanish into portals. This is not the ability of a natural life form. It seems we are dealing with an artificial creation.
And we are.
Searching for answers, I enter the ruined building. Here we can see the unfinished artificial body of a warper. They did not evolve and are a creation of the extraterrestrials. But for what purpose? Translating a digital message, it seems these alien architects came to 4546b many years ago, searching for a cure for a disease, and the warpers are their artificial quarantine enforcers. Given the lack of any living architects on 4546b, it appears that they were unsuccessful. On a table in a nearby lab, they've left behind an egg of a curious creature. After returning to the surface to recharge my submarine, I hatch the egg and this delightful life form emerges. This is a cuttlefish, a friendly, rotund little creature that displays high levels of intelligence and curiosity. I've also found it's quite a fan of treats. Analysis suggests it's possible this creature has been imported from another world, or even genetically altered to be extra friendly. It's possible the architect alien.
Yeah, it actually used to be the crash fish, but then it was too cute, so they moved it to its own separate thing.
It's tempting to stay longer with the cuttlefish in the shallows, yet I can't help but feel that in the abyss there are more mysteries I've yet to solve. Beneath the lost river, the landscape blazes with the fiery glow of molten rock. We've reached the lava zone, the deepest environment of them all. Here, incredible heat-resistant...
Dude, that freaking Reaper slammed that warper.
A ray species that have developed a molten coloring to help it blend in with the lava. And the magmarang, a relative of the boomerang with a beautiful glowing tail fin. Another remarkable form of life is the lava larva, a grub-like creature that feeds off geothermal and electrical energy. I first learned this fact when I found one stuck to the windshield of my Cyclops, draining its energy. While this behavior is somewhat annoying, the energy conversion capabilities of this creature are truly remarkable.
Look at it, usually they eat physical objects, but the fact they can feed off thermal and electrical energy is actually kind of nuts.
It seems that somewhere in the lava zone is a predator so large it can drag Reaper Leviathans into the depths. This doesn't bode well. Basking in the red glow of the molten rock are lava lizards. These predators are too small to be our culprits, but they're nonetheless quite deadly.
Dude, their jaw opens up so wide, I did not notice that.
Lava-like natural armor. While such a behavior is far more extreme than anything on Earth, scaly-foot snails, which I've discussed on this channel before, can survive in volcanic vents by incorporating iron scales into their body like medieval armor. However, lava lizard biology takes this to a new level. At the end of the lava zone lurks a massive chamber. The loudest roar we've encountered on our voyage shakes the cavern. We found our Reaper Leviathan Slayer. This is a sea dragon Leviathan. Possessing both arms and tentacles, these creatures exceed 350 feet, or 112 meters in length. Sea dragons get their name from their ability to consume molten materials and expel them at their adversaries like they're breathing fire. I can only hope this absurdly deadly life form doesn't notice me. No such luck. A huge blow from the Leviathan rocks the Cyclops submarine. As a result, there appears to be a minor leak. Out of options, I have to abandon ship. Luckily, I have one last hope in the prawn suit. A deep-sea mechanical walker that should make an ideal escape pod. Ejecting from the Cyclops, it's a bit of a drop to the bottom. But it appears my plan has worked, as the sea dragon Leviathan thinks its foe has been vanquished. Here, at the end of our journey, lies a final, mysterious building. With some difficulty, I pilot the prawn suit over to it. Inside, locked in a containment facility, the largest creature of Subnautica is waiting. This is a Sea Emperor Leviathan, and although it appears to be a relative of the sea dragon, it is in no way hostile. Like real-world baleen whales, the largest creatures on Earth, its diet consists solely of microorganisms. While the Sea Emperor Leviathan is so large I am unable to get a proper scan of it, it seems that it can somehow manipulate neurons to communicate telepathically, as it told me of its plight. The Sea Emperor was entombed here by the alien architects in the hope it could provide a cure for their disease, which I believe is in strict violation of the Intergalactic Code of Biological Ethics. At the request of this intelligent creature, I agreed to take its hatchlings back to the surface with me. Watching the first moments of baby Sea Emperor's lives is a truly wondrous experience, even after all the biological marvels I've glimpsed thus far.
I love that moment in the game.
Sadly, the Sea Emperor is at the end of its lifespan, and informs me that it won't be coming with us. At the very least, I'm happy I can help their babies live on in freedom. It is a bittersweet conclusion to a long and winding journey. With the Sea Emperor babies returning to their natural habitat, our study of this region of Subnautica is at its end.
Chocolate and caramel.
Yeah, I like that. I love how like Subnautica, it's not like just like, oh, they just threw a bunch of stuff together and hope it worked. No, like it's like everything's got, you know, lore to it. Like I feel like every organism has its role in the game, you know. That's what I think is cool about Subnautica, is that everything just fits. This one on Zero Dawn. Why Zero Dawn? Yes.
Imagine an ecosystem made entirely of autonomous machines, where every ecological niche is filled by
Both
an
games are so
artificial
good.
organism. In the video game,
Some of the nerfs in the second game are annoying, but
a
still.
global calamity has led to a version of planet Earth
Love
inhabited by
both
animal
games.
mimicking machines, from mighty herbivores to deadly predators. While these synthetic creatures might not be
I love how in that game too,
fascinating
like
interactions, unique behavioral patterns, and hidden
all of them
intricacies
go
make
with
them
each other.
worthy of study. The story takes place thousands of years in the future, but a little thing like the flow of time isn't going to stop this archivist from doing his fieldwork. So, for this entry into the archive, I'll lead us on another documentary-style expedition, investigating the artificial biology of these intriguing machines and revealing what animal roles they fill. We'll need, though, to stay alert. There are constant dangers in this environment. Now, let's leap forward in time and discover an ecosystem of metal and wire. Beginning in the safety of a region known as the Embrace, we find a picturesque landscape that shows little signs of a planet-wide calamity. Across much of the land, wounds of old have long since healed, although this reborn Earth is much changed from the peak of human civilization.
I feel like the story of Horizon Zero Dawn is so perfect. Like you see, like you get in the game, and you like it's all like old Earth. Like you have a bunch of bows and arrows and stuff like that. But then you come across machines. You're like, what? But you know, how the hell do we have machines? But we're still in old Earth. Like that doesn't make sense. But then as you explore the game, and you explore the story, it makes a lot of sense. I love that about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Meager settlements, ever fearful of the strange metal creatures that roam the woods, whose function they have long forgotten. Setting out into the wilderness, I find that some organic animal life does still persist in the shifting underbrush, but the roles they fill are small and infrequent, for this is no longer their world. Peering out from the grass, I spot a being roughly the size of a horse. Our first
Strider.
machine. This is a strider. A basic type of synthetic creature.
And they like
that
gathering
follows the
biomass
function
and
of a
shipping it off the
herbivore.
cauldrons.
Like organic herbivores, striders spend much of their time quietly grazing in small herds, moving from one patch of grass to another. Yet what use does a machine have for grass? The answer lies in a small canister located between the strider's haunches. This container is filled with a green liquid called blaze, a type of biofuel synthesized from plants that is foundational to the artificial ecosystem of this world. Striders are machines that convert grass into fuel, much like how any living herbivore essentially uses vegetation to power their bodies. Striders also bring blaze back to autonomous factories called cauldrons, which continue to repair and replace machines long after being forgotten. Yet this energy source also makes Striders a target for human hunter-gatherers.
Which are sometimes also defended by Watchers.
Like most herbivores, a Strider's life is one of constant vigilance. When a threat looms, their optical sensors turn an uneasy orange. Skittish by nature, the Strider's
blue for normal, yellow for cautious or aware, and red for combat mode or running.
Move with breathtaking speed. With all four legs pumping, they can easily outrun most dangers, only slowing when the coast is clear. Not wanting to disturb these creatures, I try to stay out of sight. But that is easier said than done. For guarding the outskirts of the herd...
Got a time capsule, guys. Oh. What the heck? I got an Aurora. Attached is an image of Gary the Gasopod. I found him stuck in a cave near my base, and he has brought me much joy. He keeps a tough face, even in a silly situation. Gary the Gasopod made me inspired to be more resilient. Take everything on this planet that this planet throws me. Take these materials and use them to create great things. With these spores, you can grow wondrous plants. I've also left a few souvenirs to make your stay on this planet enjoyable. Cheers, November 13th, 2023. Nice. Spores. That's a good time capsule. Wow. That is a good time capsule. Again, advanced wiring kit. Beautiful.
Is a new type of machine. Fieldwork a challenge. These small bipedal beings spend their existence tirelessly patrolling the perimeter of the Strider herd, and precious little slips past their optical sensors unnoticed. Animals serving as lookouts isn't unheard of in nature, with the designated sentry a key role in meerkat society. But this sort of coordination between two species, so to speak, is something unique to machines. By warning the Striders of imminent danger, Watchers are almost like living security cameras. Well, living in a sense. And they also play the role of bodyguard. With surprising speed, Watchers can launch themselves into a flying kick. It's an impressive, if unwieldy, strategy. Yet Watchers will fight to the very end while the Strider herd flees.
No kidding.
Unfortunately, one has spotted me. Launching into their signature kick, a Watcher misses my head and suffers a pretty serious wipeout. Stumbling to their feet, they seem rattled but unharmed. Only their pride is bruised. Not wanting to be insensitive, I give my unsuccessful assailant the slip. Going forwards, I'll have to be more careful, as there are far more dangerous things than Watchers in this world of machines. To the north of the Embrace, my path takes me to a region strewn with the scars of civilization. The crumbling remnants of buildings have been all but swallowed up by the steady encroachment of nature. Yet even after 1,000 years, a quiet melancholy still clings to this site. Yet there are machines in this broken, unpredictable landscape. The deer-like grazers are adaptable enough to
they also
this region.
get biofuel.
To the rolling fields beyond the ruins' outskirts, grazers possess a pair of metallic, antler-like structures that serve a curious function.
I love blowing all the
ends
canisters
of
off their back.
Are a set of rotor blades, which the grazers use
Good source
to
of
shred
blades
grass
if
and
you can
dirt
catch
like
them.
sentient lawnmowers. With this unusual setup, grazers can consume plant matter faster than any other machine, and like deer, where there is one grazer, there are invariably others. A herd of grazers, with all their heads shoved in the dirt, is an odd sight indeed. Yet grazers don't have time to worry about their image, as with 4 canisters of biofuel to fill, they're always on the move. But when a grazer feels threatened, their antlers have another function. When I move too close to one grazer, the machine takes a fearsome swipe at me. A narrow miss. As lithe herbivore analogs, grazers aren't built for combat, and so this unit scampers away once I stand my ground. Journeying deeper into the city ruins, I find the feeling of desolation grows. In this graveyard of humanity, I sense something is lurking just out of sight. A terrifying machine haunts this landscape.
No, that's not Stalker. Yep, Sawtooth. Yep.
Muscle. This cat-like hunter is the equivalent of an
and its cousin, the
machine
Ravager.
Their metal jaws come equipped with a pair of curved, serrated spikes, which resemble the formidable fangs of the largest saber-toothed cats. There are rumors among the local humans that the cauldrons have been making larger and more dangerous machines in recent years, and looking at the sawtooth, I don't doubt it. A machine this large might not seem capable of great speed, yet when a sawtooth catches a target in the open, they can move with incredible agility. Aside from their fangs, sawtooths also possess claws powerful enough to shred through the metal of these ruins. Trying to fight or run from a sawtooth is futile. The only way I'll live to archive another day is if I avoid the sawtooth altogether. These ruins are their domain now, and the time has come to make my exit. As the machines continue to nurture the ecosystem, nature will eventually reclaim this region entirely, leaving behind no trace of the people who live here. Even monuments of metal and stone can't last forever. Venturing to the west, I find a vast scrubland.
I love the west of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Of the rising sun. Yet machines have conquered this unforgettable
That is a long
environment
neck.
as well, with unique adaptations to brave the arid region. These are longlegs, machines with a tall, bird-like appearance, like the ostriches.
They have concussion sacs on their breast area,
stuck on the ground,
which can knock a player down if not cautious. Shoot the sacs.
Have a hidden ability. Mounted on their
Also, they
chests are
can
two
launch
bulbous
fire
sacs
waves.
that resemble external lungs. These artificial sacs are, in fact, sonic amplifiers. When a long leg feels threatened, they can unleash a booming, concussive sound wave so powerful it sends particulates flying. For this reason, I'd recommend wearing serious ear protection when observing longlegs up close. Aside from their sound waves, longlegs are also capable of alarming bursts of speed. They'll even leap into astonishing flying kicks, which look both beautiful and frankly absurd. All in all, these unusual machines are better left alone. My intuition takes me northwards, where I find a ruined landscape of twisted metal. This rusted necropolis is a vast scrapyard, the skeletal remains of human civilization. And a unique kind of machine has come to pick these metal bones clean. Prowling in the shadows of the junkyard are packs of scrappers.
Or scrappers. Man, that's been a while since I played.
This ruined kingdom. With their humped posture and clawed feet, scrappers resemble the skulking forms of hyenas. And like hyenas, scrappers can be uncommonly vicious. Yet there is another side to these seemingly simple terrors. Scrapper jaws are composed of 4 unique circular grinders, but these jaws aren't just for hunting. True to their name, scrappers use their curious mouths to recycle metal resources. In grinding down salvage piles and the bodies of inactive machines, the scrappers gather materials that can be used in the construction of more synthetic life. And so, these machines fill a role similar to scavengers in this ecosystem.
And they're flying, brothers.
And improve the health of the environment. Yet scrappers are purely altruistic. If I were to be spotted by one, it would waste no time in trying to recycle me. For any non-machines, this metal cemetery is a dangerous place. Amid the dry badlands, the flow of rivers creates isolated pockets of vegetation, and patrolling the rare wetlands are one-of-a-kind machines.
That is a shell walker.
These scuttling oddities move on 6 stout legs and can brave both wet and dry terrain.
Snapmaw were the
types of machines I've observed so far. Shell walkers double as transport vehicles,
alligator thing.
A class dedicated to ferrying materials back to cauldrons. They carry their quarry in hexagonal cargo containers on their back, which they swap regularly. With their ever-changing shells, a shell walker's lifestyle mirrors that of a hermit crab. If you ask me, a futuristic robot
And they will
converging on
defend
a
that
crab
cargo
makes complete sense,
very,
as
very,
crabs are the pinnacle
like,
of
but
evolution.
well. They will
And
not let you
shellwalkers
get that
will
cargo. They
defend
will
their
die
cargo
before
to
you
the
get that
end.
cargo.
On their front side, shellwalkers possess two
shield and a
powerful
claw.
arms, one tipped with a formidable claw, and the other with a mysterious circular disc. Upon moving closer, I discover this is some form of energy shield generator that
Yep.
the shellwalkers can deploy to protect their
Man, you
side
always
while
take out the
attacking
shield, but you want to be
enemy.
careful
While
because what
energy
happens is
shields
that
are
they'll want to get in
strictly to
closer.
machines, this sort of asymmetrical defensive
And after you get that disc, you destroy the claw. It'll try to like do slam attacks, which will allow you to move away from it.
which they use to fight
Hit
off the
its
birds.
underside.
With their versatile, crab-like body, shellwalkers are well equipped to traverse this unpredictable world. Speaking of which, as I venture into the western wastes, the climate becomes even harsher. Rusting under the afternoon sun are the remains of a great satellite array.
I think this
Before
place is
the
called
world
Rusted
fell to
Bones.
ruin, these dishes might have been for communication, hurtling signals out to the stars. Yet now, these ruins send no messages save a silent reminder that nothing lasts forever. And seemingly on cue, circling overhead are what appear to be a flock of vultures, a universal omen of grim time.
Hold on, chat. Sorry guys, a ladder that was on my patio. Apparently it's like really windy today. A ladder just flew down into my stairwell onto my patio. Yeah, that was a ladder. Thought my dad was walking down and he accidentally dropped something. We're good.
Made of metal, I've entered into the territory of Glinthawks. These aerial machines keep a grim vigil over this stretch of the Badlands. Their exceptionally keen eyesight means that little slips through this region without their notice. Yet despite their fearsome appearance, Glinthawks play an important role in the machine biosphere. Wherever the carcasses of non-functional machines can be found, a Glinthawk is sure to be nearby, breaking down the metal for resources in a manner similar to a scrapper. Like modern vultures, Glinthawks are obligate scavengers, breaking down the parts others leave behind. It's an unsettling profession, but someone has to do it. As long as the flock is
There's that
distracted
sound
with their
again.
salvage duties, I should be able to pass through this area if I do so cautiously. Yet one Glinthawk seems to have grown wise to my presence. In a surprising turn, the metal fiend sends volley after volley of freezing liquid my way. This is actually the Glinthawk's coolant,
Chill water.
which they can jettison from their bodies as a kind of chemical defense. Fleeing across the desert, I find that this Glinthawk, thankfully, doesn't seem interested in an extended chase. If
you run away, they should not give
myself,
extended chases.
I need to find a way to escape this heat. A cool dip in the water seems
Snap
promising,
mauler.
except this river is occupied. Swimming just under the surface is a huge snap maw. These imposing machines are a force to be reckoned with, both in water and on land. Everything from their gait to their anatomy to their general behavior closely mirrors that of a crocodile. Yet if the jaws of crocodiles weren't frightening enough, the lower mandible of the snap maw is actually a chainsaw-like blade.
Yeah,
with a
real
system
fun
of
now,
small
ain't it?
grinders at its base. If one strays too close to the water's edge,
Snap.
it's over in an instant. Keeping my distance from the riverbank, however, I notice snap maws actually spend most of their time basking in the sun's rays.
Yeah, and they filter
Like
water.
So-called cold-blooded animals, crocodiles
Yeah, they're built to
themselves
filter water.
increase their body temperature. Yet what reason might a machine have for regular sunbathing? The answer lies in the rows of solar panels lining the Snapmaw's back.
Yep, I do.
This clever energy-gathering array means that even when a Snapmaw seems to be inactive, they are actually gaining the power needed for their daily movements. In this land, even a machine as menacing as a Snapmaw has hidden intricacies. With a swim seeming unwise, I escape the heat with a change in elevation. Throughout the waste, isolated plateaus rise so high their peaks are crowned with snow. In these frigid microclimates, the strange landscapes are home to even stranger machines. Trudging through the snow is a bizarre procession of freeze bellowbacks. These hardy, slow-moving machines are well acclimated to the world of ice and snow. With their sloped posture, bellowbacks subtly echo the body plan of theropod dinosaurs like baryonyx. As another type of transport machine, freeze bellowbacks carry
There's also fire bellowbacks.
coolant and hefty cargo sacks on their back.
Wait till you shoot the back sack of them off and it explodes violently.
Freeze bellowbacks will spray a high-pressure stream of coolant from their nozzle. It's a devastating and effective defense mechanism, even if it looks a bit like sneezing. At these low temperatures, a blast of coolant can be deadly. I think it's best to let the bellowback procession pass on by. Hiking down to the base of the snowy mesa, I am drawn to the sound of thundering footsteps. Creeping closer, I stumble into the midst of a herd of giants.
One of the strongest machines in the game.
These are behemoths, beasts that look like they could carry the weight of a mountain
or smash its way through one.
Like the largest rhinos or elephants.
Those things do not F around, man. Those are dangerous machines. I recommend you take out their loaders on their necks before you do anything else. But yeah, if you want to get your cargo, you better aim carefully because you will lose it.
Transport machines, behemoths are fiercely protective when it comes to their cargo. In all, I watch from a distance as a behemoth levitates a ring of boulders using anti-gravity technology, then slams them down with a force so great it shakes the valley. This mysterious power, made possible through a forgotten technology, makes the behemoths an insurmountable force. While they typically use this power to gather minerals and other materials for transport, if I'm spotted, these giants won't hesitate to unleash their crushing force to end my expedition prematurely. Worrying as such an outcome might be, I can't help but stay transfixed by the strength of these beings. In time, however, the convoy lumbers on, continuing their steady march across the valley.
33%.
Traveling as far west as I dare venture, I reach a region where the greatest terror of the machine world dwells. No amount of prior observation prepares me for the sight that is the Thunder Jaw.
Yep.
Advanced weaponry.
Yep. Take out its disc launchers first. If you have to come across one, take out its disc launchers. But just be warned that when you take out a ranged weapon on anything that has ranged weapons on Horizon Zero Dawn, it will immediately try to go in for charge attacks. For example, what I do is I take out their disc launchers, and then I go for their miniguns. After this, they're going to be relegated to doing charge attacks. When they charge, you run, and go to the side. Go diagonal. And then right before it's about to hit you, you go straight perpendicular, and it shouldn't do that much. And while it's in that position where you're facing its back, then you hit the two tanks on the end. And if you want to, go for its tail. A good idea, in my opinion, is to hit it with chill water and get it into the freeze effect, and then just take out its disc launchers and its miniguns and keep riddling it. If you're skilled enough, you can target its core nexus, which is roughly, basically, roughly it'd be almost like right here. But it's look at its neck and look at the back. You'll see a panel that goes flat and it'll also angle. And it's like right above its like basically right above its thigh. Shoot that panel off and it'll expose a little red part. Or there's a panel on top of its head. If you shoot it, it'll also expose its code nexus, which attacking that will freaking obliterate those.
Is a bringer of pure dread. In terms of size and sheer might, they represent a strength not seen in this region since the Tyrannosaurus Rex some 90 million years ago. And unlike most machines, this metal super predator's sole function is combat. From their jaws, an array of cannons bring destruction like the breath of a dragon. On their hips are a pair of disc launchers, which rain down fire and smoke from above. Even without their futuristic weaponry, a Thunderjaw is still more than capable of dispatching any threat, with their massive tail perhaps the greatest weapon of all. The further I stay from this machine, the better. Yet in the glow of the setting sun, even a Thunderjaw can look majestic. Without a visible target, Thunderjaws...
I've seen them get one shot. People will like do this thing where they'll put a bunch of explosive traps down and one shot a Thunderjaw.
Pass on, I can't help but wonder what this land might be like if machines and humans weren't so diametrically opposed. But my journey is not over yet. At the edge...
Part 2?
Welcome back to Curious Archive. This video is the second half of my two-part series on the biology of Horizon Zero Dawn. In the most extreme biomes of this world of machines, ill-tempered titans,
oh, I forgot about rock breakers.
survivalists, and
those things are
terrors
nutty.
still await discovery. Like the animals braving the harshest regions of our current age, these machines have had to get creative to endure the hazards of the elements.
This guy...
The environments are perilous, and the machines that live here even more so. But sometimes discovery requires certain
stalkers,
risks. And with mysterious robots
corruptors,
that aren't part
or
of the
AC-A3
ecosystem
Scarab
awakening in the darkest corners of the land, who knows what final secrets are buried beneath the ground. So, join me on the last section of our documentary-style journey, as we conclude our expedition across the uncharted regions.
You know what, I actually, if you really think about it, I've said this so many times on this channel, the most scary apocalypse is not a nuclear apocalypse, it is not a zombie apocalypse. I would rather live through both of those than what's called the gray goo effect. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically when robots replicate, consume biomass, replicate even further. You know what I'd honestly wonder? What would happen if you took the Pharaoh Swarm from Horizon Zero Dawn and you pit it up against the demons from Hell from Doom? I honestly think, I'm not trying to be biased here. Yes, I do not hate Doom, just saying that. But I think honestly, the Pharaoh robots would probably win because all the demons are just a constant source of biomass, and those robots could just replicate off of that. I feel like there's only a few things that could really destroy a Pharaoh Swarm. Because if you don't know, what is it? Here's its strengths. Pharaoh Swarms operate in, well, swarms, usually led by what's called a BOR-7 Horus, which are these giant machines that can replicate the Deathbringers and Corruptors. I forgot the code name for the Deathbringer. It's called a Kopesh, but I know they developed Kopesh and Scarab, or ACA3 Scarab Corruptor, or Kopesh Deathbringer. And basically, what these robots do is that they will basically consume biomass as fuel. They can endlessly replicate. Add on to the fact that these robots take 50 years to hack, and if you try to throw anything automated at them, they will simply hijack them and turn it against you. So basically, nothing automated can really face these robots. You have to put in manpower to actually kill them. Because anything automated is just basically get turned against you. And again, yeah, if you took all the demons from the Doom universe, all those demons would probably just all they would is to serve as an endless fuel source for the swarm. That's a good question. Like a simulation. How would the demons from the Doom universe fare against the Pharaoh Swarm? I bet, honestly, the demons could probably slaughter these robots, because they're actually said that in Horizon Zero Dawn they were slaughtered just absolutely slaughtered. But the sheer rate of how fast they were replicating is what really sealed the fate for humanity in Horizon Zero Dawn.
All systems online.
And another thing that the Swarm has is adaptive learning techniques. When they face their targets, what will essentially happen is that they will actually find out what their target is doing, and they'll adapt to combat, making them even more deadly than what I already just said.
In the dense jungles of the far south, a fearsome storm batters the trees. Typically, I wait until such weather passes, but right now, time is of the essence. For one of the rarest and most spectacular machines of all has been spotted here. A huge shadow passes overhead. Above my position
Stormhawk.
is the single mightiest machine of all
Or
the
Stormbird.
skies. A Stormbird. They're huge, with wing beats so powerful they echo like thunderclaps. The Stormbird is not afraid of the hurricane raging around them, for this machine is the storm. And unfortunately for me, these solitary beings are highly territorial. Soaring close to the ground, the Stormbird crackles with electrical discharge. At the heart of this machine is what appears to be
That's what we want to shoot, the heart.
generator, and this Stormbird is about to give me a zap. My camera takes the brunt of the blast. This is why you always bring extra recording equipment. Documenting a Stormbird in the middle of a storm turns out to be an inadvisable idea. Eventually, however, the storm calms down, and after losing sight of me, the Stormbird has also mellowed out. In the warm light of dawn, it is easier to appreciate the majesty of this ruler of the skies. Across the land, there are no machines quite like them, and our sighting is a promising start to the expedition. Without the gloom of the storm, the true beauty of this jungle emerges. With just the right amount of sunlight and nutrients,
stalkers.
this tropical band of forest
Look on the
is
trees. They'll like to sit on
appearance.
trees
The luscious
around
gardens
minefields.
have their thorns. A chill runs down the back of my neck.
That's a stalker, man. On ultra hard mode, stalkers deal shitloads of damage.
Something invisible is moving through the underbrush. For a brief moment, the camouflage flickers, and the stealthy machine becomes perceptible. This is a stalker, a nimble hunter whose sinewy frame seems designed in every way for ambush attacks. Their demeanor mirrors that of a large feline predator, with each measured step hiding the incredible speed they're truly capable of. And the stalker can take their ambushes to another level. Through the use
They'll
of
lay
optical
mines and they'll
camouflage,
scream
they
if you
project the
go near the
terrain
mine.
behind them onto their bodies. This form of invisibility is almost perfect, with only a slight bend in the light suggesting the stalker's outline. And as the stalker moves, they leave behind small proximity mines that will detonate if I get too close, alerting the stalker to my presence. Trying to keep one eye where I'm stepping and one eye on the underbrush is harrowing, yet I have discovered a single weakness. In order to take in light, the stalker's optical sensors must remain visible. If I keep watch for these floating dots, I should be able to anticipate attacks.
Yep.
Yet knowing an attack is coming is one thing. Surviving an attack is another. One stalker has evidently decided they've waited enough, and goes on the
I just got
offensive.
nervous at the
Uncloaking,
1000 Sea
they
Dragon.
take a hurried swipe at my head. A close call. Every part of the stalker is built for combat, from the metal claws and teeth of their front to the stinger-like blade at the end of their tail. I doubt this is a fight I can win. Yet just as quickly as the stalker appears, they vanish.
And they use their dart guns at the end of their friggin' tails.
I'm not keen on another
You can
surprise
disable their
attack,
invisibility
and decide
cloak. You just have to shoot them in like
expedition in a region with a thinner underbrush.
roughly at the side
I
of
travel
the abdomen
to the
area
north,
of
a region where very little vegetation grows. Here, a vast stone quarry stretches along the length of a canyon. This colossal excavation project appears long abandoned, yet somehow the site still feels occupied. A terrible rumbling echoes through the quarry. Something is moving under the surface of the
Rock breakers.
For a brief moment, a gigantic machine breaches from the sand like a surfacing whale. Stumbling backwards, I witnessed the metal Goliath rise up and clamp their jaws where I had just been standing, before diving once again. That was a rock breaker. One of the largest known machines, these agents of destruction can shred through any material. Like a sentient excavation drill, they use this ability to swim under the Earth's crust as a fish moves through water. When they detect a sound, they move, shark-like, to the source of the noise, and attack the unlucky target from below. If a target is difficult to apprehend, rock breakers will briefly surface, giving us a chance to look more closely at their anatomy. While they might function like a fish, rock breakers possess powerful limbs that resemble an excavator's shovel.
Yeah, I recommend you break off their claws so they can't burrow.
Bits that they use to create their burrows. The most prominent tunneling tool of the rock breaker, though, is their massive mouth, composed of an enormous roll cone drill bit. With this feature, a rock breaker can swallow vast quantities of raw material each day. Yet what goes down must come up, and the rock breaker needs to regularly regurgitate processed stones into the air, which rain down upon the surface. With a rock breaker on the loose, this quarry is as perilous as it gets. Time to tiptoe away to our next location. In the western desert, I spot a herd of antelope-like creatures racing over the dunes. These are lancehorns, and while I only catch a glimpse of them, they look majestic. Yet they are clearly in a hurry, and I soon find out why. Out of nowhere, a heavy sandstorm sweeps over the western reaches. Stumbling through the storm, I find various familiar machines are also struggling to press on against the howling winds. All any of us can do is keep moving and hope the storm dies down. But there is something in this cloud more dangerous than the elements.
ACA3 Scarab
Stalking
Corruptor.
within the sandstorm is a terror from a lost age. Moving on 4 scorpion-like legs,
Those things are so
machine
badass.
isn't like the others I've seen. Not a part of the larger machine ecosystem, they possess no behavior beyond unreasoning hostility. Yet how did such a machine come to be? This stretch of desert, called the Rust Watch, is scattered with mysterious ruins.
Those are
It
death
seems a
fingers.
battle was waged here long ago, with many dormant machines of war now rusting away in the sand. Perhaps this corruptor is the last one still functioning, a thoughtless agent of war from a conflict that ended a millennia ago. In any case, I have a more current problem. The corruptor has spotted me, yet to my surprise, before the corruptor can strike, other machines descend upon it from all directions, unleashing every attack in their arsenal. Like immune system cells descending upon an infection, the other machines seem to instinctually see the corruptor as a threat to the ecosystem. It's a surprising turn, but not one I wish to dwell on, as the ensuing chaos has given me the perfect opportunity to make a hasty exit. Yet while I leave the Rust Watch, I can't help but wonder if there are other long-lost machines hidden away in the margins of this world.
That's a good question. What if the Sparrow Swarm didn't just have 3 robots and there was more
The greatest frontier of all still
hidden
remains.
ones?
Far to the north, the Frozen Wilds, an immense mountainous
Aw, I love the
region,
Frozen Wilds.
packing with the promise of untouched wilderness.
Honestly, in my opinion, the thing that's stronger than a freaking the thing that's harder to beat than a death not a death bomb. Let's say the Death Bringer from the end of the base game. The harder thing to beat is the demonic Fire Claw.
Drop low in the forests and mountains of these wilds, with the
Frost Claws are
crest of snow
tough
between the
enemies, but
trees. It's a good
Fire
thing
Claws
not
are even
come with
tougher.
bears. Yet some denizens of this mountainous forest don't have to bundle up.
Chargers.
Rushing ahead of me is a herd of remarkable machines. Chargers. These swift-footed beings are the champions of the freezing alpine slopes, and are comfortable on inclines most creatures wouldn't dare to climb. In behavior and general appearance, chargers are perhaps most similar to mountain goats. There
Yeah, I
are
agree.
organic mountain goats present in this region, in a rare instance of machines alongside the animal whose role they fill. As herbivorous machines, chargers spend much of their time seeking out patches of vegetation. Unlike some herbivores, though, chargers have an aggressive side. When I step too close, the machines rush towards me, kicking wildly to scare me off. I certainly now understand why these animals are called chargers. It's a lesson I'll be sure to remember. Better leave these slopes to the chargers. Moving to the valley below, I discover a landscape of surreal, prismatic hot springs. These natural springs exist in the modern day, and tells me this is a region we would know as Yellowstone National Park. The bright, vivid colors in the spring are the result of microbial mats around the edges of the mineral-rich water. And dropping at the water's edge is a herd of bellowing giants.
Tramplers?
These huge, stocky machines are known as tramplers. With their
I remember when I saw one and I was like, what the hell is that thing?
tramplers
When I first
look
saw
like no
it.
force on Earth could knock them down. With so much bulk, they seem to be less bothered by the falling temperatures than I am. Like the bison of North America, tramplers are highly resistant to the wind and snow, and for any non-elemental challenges, a pair of huge, horn-like structures keep the tramplers prepared for anything. Tramplers also use these horns to dig up rock and soil.
Yeah.
They work tirelessly,
And they can release
stopping
fire,
only to change
flammable
location
gas
to another
from their
spot.
stomachs
But for what purpose?
that
Soil
ignite
analysis
rapidly,
suggests
so you
that
hit their
tramplers
belly
are,
regions.
in fact, purifying the toxin-laden soil of this land. They filter the material they dig up through a processing unit on their underside, which glows with heat from its arduous task. With each region the tramplers pass through, the immediate ecosystem becomes a little healthier. But tramplers aren't always peaceful. Highly territorial, these bulls will charge interlopers with unpredictable speed. If pushed, tramplers will even use their processing units to set the environment ablaze, scorching the land they typically protect. Wanting to avoid such an outcome,
4.6.
I stay out of range of the herd's optical sensors and watch them pass on. Cresting the next hill, I witness a tall neck trudging through the snow. It's surprising to see one this far north, but it seems not even the cold can slow these beings down, or the trees for that matter, which this tall neck seems to take little notice of. I find it is comforting to see a familiar machine in such an unfamiliar land. Yet just ahead looms a machine that is distinctly unfamiliar. These are control towers, and unlike all other types of machines, they look botanical rather than zoological. To my astonishment, the strange machine then releases a cloud of spiraling drones into the air that burst with bizarre purple energy. As it turns out, control towers act as the unofficial hearts of the synthetic ecosystem, with their drones helping to repair nearby machines. Their bizarre appearance is the result of this peculiar, sessile lifestyle. Why bother with locomotion when your legion of loyal drones can go anywhere you can't? While the undulating movements of these towers subtly resemble the motion of coral, control towers have no clear natural analogs. Yet in repairing damaged machines, the importance of their role in the continued health of the ecosystem cannot be overstated. And with such a vital occupation, control towers are fiercely defended by the machines they repair. On that note, I think I've gotten close enough already. To the north, the snowfall has become heavier. Like the sandstorm in the western desert, a blizzard descends over this region in a matter of minutes. Even with my layers of protection, I'll need to find shelter if I am to survive this onslaught. In the distance, I spot a cave illuminated with the artificial lights of the hunter-gatherer communities who occupy this region. Perhaps refuge awaits inside. No such luck. From the cave emerges a fiery machine.
Stay away.
This is a Scorcher, and they have taken over this cave from
They are
its previous
extremely
occupants.
violent
Their
machines.
tall pointed ears give them a vulpine appearance. although scorchers seem far less skittish. I suspect the snow is now the least of my worries. Waiting for an attack, I watch the scorcher crouch down, then rocket forwards, leaving a blazing trail.
Yeah, those things are nuts.
Despite living in a cold environment, the scorcher is an agent of the inferno, creating devastating, if somewhat inaccurate, walls of fire. I might be cold, but this is no way to warm up. Time to find a different shelter. Stumbling through the storm, I happen at last upon a snow-covered ruin. The structure has seen better days, but I'll have to take my chances. The inside is thankfully much warmer, but what is this a ruin of? A collection of forgotten animal statues in the corner gives me a clue. I'm standing in the ruins of the Yellowstone National Park Visitor Center, and these statues are, sadly, the last record of their respective species. Once this building falls, these animals will be lost to time. Through a crack in the wall, I notice the snow outside has calmed down. The time has come to complete the final leg of my journey.
Trying to get out of its way.
At the foot of the mountains rises a fortress-like ruin. This
Damn.
was once a hydroelectric
That's a good
dam
spot for one of the
which
best
vast
quills in the game.
quantities of water still flow. And stalking the base of this
Snow
dam
claw.
is one of the most dangerous machines
Frost
of the
claw.
frozen wilds, a frost claw. Like polar bears, frost claws have muscular builds and are practically immune to the cold. Indeed, frost claws are the champions of the ice. Using a chemical similar to liquid nitrogen, frost claws can create sharp spikes of frozen coolant, transforming the surrounding area into a forest of jagged ice. Much of the dam is now covered with these.
Yeah, wait till you find a fire claw, then
And
you're just
claw is
cooked if
not
you don't have
alone.
anything prepared.
A fire claw has also made their home on this dam. This infernal machine is even larger than their icy cousin, and they are known to be even more aggressive. The frost claws opposite, fire claws wield flames much like
Those are
scorchers.
extremely dangerous
Frost
if you don't
and
know how to
fire
deal with
claws
them.
might not seem like they'd get along, but surprisingly, these two seem to tolerate each other. With both a frost claw and a fire claw at this site, close documentation is a serious risk. Fortunately, the dam's ruins provide reliable cover. All I have to do is find a space too narrow for the machines to fit through and stay hidden until the coast is clear. At the very edge of the world, the final stop on our journey is a bleak graveyard. Like the wreckage of the Rust Watch, this seems to have been the site of a great battle. Yet who,
The
or
final
what,
battle of
were the
humanity,
ancient
actually.
humans fighting against when civilization fell? Tromping through the snow is a metal monster unlike any seen before.
Kopesh,
This
Deathbringer.
ancient horror is a Deathbringer, the last machine standing in this grim cemetery. Like the smaller corruptor I encountered in the sands, the Deathbringer has no resemblance to any fauna, and is simply a unit of destruction. Many of its weapon systems are no longer functioning, but it seethes with blind hate nonetheless. Perhaps it was rogue units like this one that were the cause of humanity's collapse.
Perhaps.
Or perhaps the Deathbringers were aided by something much bigger. Throughout my travels, I've witnessed many immense metal tentacles snaking over the mountains. These
That's the
machines,
BR7.
known simply as Metal Devils, have been in the back of my mind this entire voyage. No still functioning units of this machine are known to exist, but their
Well,
proximity to ruin
now
battlefields
there's
raise
one that
suspicion.
doesn't exist.
I suspect these machines were responsible for the doom of the previous ecosystem. The animal machines that populate this land were built to return the world to a habitable state. In time, these ruins will hopefully be forgotten, and Earth will become the planet it once was. Warming up in the temperate safety of the embrace, I consider all I've seen in this strange future. While a quiet sadness permeates throughout the ruins of this world, the interconnected machines that populate the land have given the planet new life, so to speak. I've heard rumors of a vastly different ecosystem of machines in a region known as the Forbidden West.
Yes.
And if passage to that location is ever possible, perhaps someday I'll chart it as well. But for now, the time has come to return home. And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this entry,
dude, I like this guy. This guy's good. Give him a sub. Yeah, he deserves a sub. Dude, what the hell? Why am I being... I literally can never, ever, ever get a break from bone sharks.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Vital signs stabilizing.
That sound again. Yeah, I'm watching this video on what happens after gods die, and guess what? The Gargantuan Leviathan is in that video.
systems online.
Hello. Then we have to go get more. Joink. Keep grabbing some more materials and keep going. We're doing pretty good. Need me some of this lithium. I might put a lot of reinforcements and then kind of take away some of the reinforcements as I put some glass. I don't know, but I am going to put a bunch of glass inside of my base. So yeah, maybe it definitely is a good idea to not remove any of the stuff I want to, or not remove any reinforcements. All that armor. Freaking slaver this entire face up with armor. Got one more left. We need 1, 2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna put 2 hatches on the end.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
We definitely got one bay of titanium done. We definitely may have to go back for more, but that's okay. That's okay.
All systems online.
Look at all these gels that kind of growing. Doing very good. We've had to go get some lithium, but that's not bad. That is that I can deal with that. I have to go get some more, but who cares? I could get some from the sea treasure leviathans, but again, I don't like to have a ton of gold in a gold/diamond byproduct. Might as well target the giant chunks of lithium. We got 10 days till Minecraft PS5 drops. Big base so far. And big base is gonna need big power, so yeah, we better go get the power. Thinking about routing the power up to the surface. Wouldn't be a bad idea now, would it? I could just place the lithium down and carry all the titanium with me. I love my dog. 300 points of reinforcement. That'll be good. I'm trying to put a lot of glass in my base. I don't think I placed one here. Not yet until I finish the other one. Stop hurling shit at me, bro. This is my territory, not yours. Not gonna make much, but whatever. I'll work with this. Yeah. Plus, we're gonna get 50 reinforcement points if we add all those. You know, what do you call them? Foundations? Yep. We're gonna probably get at least 500 reinforcement points by the time we reinforce the entirety of those tubes. Maybe 400, 500. So yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Seek fluid intake.
Now I gotta return. Might take a break here in a second. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to notice that's off-centered. Building a giant mega base. What's this freakish base? Oh my gosh! Wait, this stupid glitch, it repeats chat when I don't want it to, and I miss out on actual new chats. I'm sorry if I did not hear you. If you texted something in chat, well, you might text it again. I am so sorry. I do not know why it's like that. That's just, you know, the state of YouTube comments.
Captain, all systems online.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I started construction, I think, pretty sure last night. Or no, the night before, I think Friday night. Yep, Friday night. Yeah, it's been going well. I don't have much lithium left. We have a small handful, but it's not gonna last long. We do, on the other hand, have a lot of lead. Be back, guys. I have to go get a charger. I'll take long. Just take a second. I might take a break here in a few minutes. I'm getting a little tired. I don't know. Take a minute nap. Come back. Stream. I haven't streamed for 3 hours, which is not boring to me. I can stream for a long amount of time. I just, you know, today I is tired. The dogs are happy. Bam. Bam. That's full. Now that's full. Yeah, we're really putting the debt into this titanium supply we got. There we go.
All systems online.
At December it'll be 5.5 years. So actually I've been working 5.25 years. Or I'd say actually 5 point. That was embarrassing. Probably 5.3 years. Ever since 30th of June of 2019. So I've been around a bit. Not one of those old YouTubers have been around since the 2010s, but you know. Like the early 2010s. Oh hey, I'm here. Five years, and on June 30th, 2025, it will be 6. I cannot believe I've been doing my YouTube channel for over half a decade. Yeah, but just don't tell me anything about it. I haven't completed the game yet. Yeah, all these are going to contain glass, so it's good to have a whole lot of reinforcements. Nice. Low zero's pretty fine. We're gonna get a lot of reinforcement points from just slamming on all these reinforcements, and that's good. Because again, I know I repeat myself, but that glass is gonna lower it drastically, and all the like the domes and stuff that I really want to put on. So yeah, we better put as many of these on as we can. dumb, I could actually go put the... I could start the reinforcements by draining lithium. Now allow me to carry 6 more titanium if I just drain it. Oh, I finished this one 3 times. The other one I haven't. I need to. I'm thinking of, I've told my other viewers this, but I'm thinking about doing what I call the Doomathon. And I think you're gonna like it, if you like Doom. We're talking Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64, Doom, and Doom Eternal. I was going to Champaign, Illinois with my sister, and I was gonna go get pennies, and at their house, they have shitloads of games. Like, I thought I had a whole lot of games. No, they have a whole tub, like a whole pit of Tupperware full of games. I'm talking they probably have at least 100 to 150 games. It is nuts. But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, what does Doom like? So I pop in Doom 2016. Oh my god, it's fun. I did not try Doom Eternal because I want to get my reaction to Doom Eternal on stream. I might need 180 gigabytes. And honestly, all of those games are $85 combined, which is actually pretty nice. I mean, that's a bit for a game. Like, that's a normal, like, $70 is normal price for a game, but if you put on $15 extra on PlayStation, you can get all the Doom games. Yeah, if I need more lithium, I have to go get some more. Same with lead. I have never noticed that I actually been missing a reinforcement there. That's good. We could put one there. How many reinforcements we got? The amount of titanium that's going into the reinforcements alone? I mean, just wow. You know what? That's a good question, because guess what? I think, you know what? I think I need to premiere for Halloween. How about that? We're premiere for the Doomathon on Halloween and stream it into November. That'd be a good time to start it, because I can actually afford all the Doom games right now, but I'm saving money. And if I can get them on sale, I'm going to get them on sale. I do have to clear up some data for the ability to install Doom and Doom Eternal. But what I'm going to do is I have a published video called 2022 Fails. I'm going to go down and firing squad style, I'm gonna find each clip that I don't want that's on that video. I'm gonna purge, delete, 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 delete. Cause I'm embarrassed to say this, chat. I have 100 gigabytes plus of videos that are backlogged to hell and back. I mean, just a ton of videos I need to upload. Like, look at this. By the way, each platform is going to contain approximately 4 thermal plants. There are 50. Which means that there are going to be 200 thermal plants producing power at an estimated rate of 1 power per second. Combined, 200 power per second of non-stop, endless power. And I've said this so many times over and over our stream. That is enough to successfully power 200 water purification units. I need more titanium. Or no, I need more lithium. What the hell? Did something else fall into my patio? I don't know, but it's getting windy out there. A ladder? I have like a stairwell right there. It goes out onto a patio because I'm in the basement. A freaking ladder just got blown down into the basement out of nowhere. I didn't even know where the freaking ladder came from. I remember once I used to have like a little greenhouse, and it one day it disappeared. Well, I found out later in the years, I was looking in the pond and I found it. The wind had blown it up out of the patio and into my pond. And it was missing for years. And I'm like, well, where is this at? And it's in my pond. We keep it there for the little fishes to go in and hide from the bigger fishes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's go get some lithium. Oops. I remember once I named mine the Nautilus, which is the first submarine to ever. Wonder if this is a glitch, because look, it's a perfect sphere. Off topic, because the reason I say that is that Subnautica was developed by hand. If you look at videos, you can see green spheres of where they place and remove terrain. That's probably what that sphere is from. Just thought I'd say that. But yeah, Nautilus is a pretty good sub. Just don't name it after the Thresher. You know, the submarine that fell below its crush depth and got destroyed. No kidding. Yeah, Subnautica's map is handmade. No wonder. I'm thinking about this one guy. This guy's like, "Are you a furry?" I'm like, "What? No." And this guy's like, "Why do you have fox ears?" If I position myself rightfully, it looks like I have fox ears, but they're actually the back. It's actually the back of my chair. That was funny. Huh? Not even joking, it actually happened. so many peepers over here. You guys don't... Okay, that's cool. That was weird. Yep, this is the Aurora. No problem. See you soon if you're going. Nothing else. Yo, look. Boom, lithium right there. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break. Because clearly I'm a little bit exhausted. And I can't focus when I am, so yeah. Give me a second. Yeah guys, I'm gonna go. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to subscribe. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Ooh. Good catch. Thank goodness it says, oh, you saved last minute. Last time you saved was this time ago. But yeah. See you guys later. Feel free to sub.